Today is Wednesday, February the 12th, 2020. I am Julie Hankinson, and this is the view out my window. You can probably see the boat, the big barge. It actually dredges soil, and it's moving into the harbor here where I live. It's rather cool watching them drop anchor and actually back in to their berth. It can be amazing watching this. But anyway, that aside, yesterday I was talking about up-leveling and how one of my up-levels last year was actually to have a clean pillowcase every night for when I went to bed. So last year my focus was on clean skin and making sure, I guess, that the outward appearance was taken care of. Where now, I guess, because we have a changing climate, if you will, political climate, medical climate, my priority today, which gave me a thrill, was actually making sure that I had an extra bottle of Excedrin, an extra bottle of Advil, and I had refilled 2 of my prescriptions because, truthfully, I am anticipating supply chain disruption since we do get a majority, as in over 80% of the active pharmaceutical ingredients from China. And even though there is a report that they are beginning to start some production, the fact is we have massive quantities of cargo stuck in harbors that are not being allowed to be offloaded. So even though they eventually get the supply chain working again, people are afraid to allow ships that originate from China to actually dock in their harbors and to unload produce or whatever because they're afraid of contamination. A good example of that is the Princess Cruise Line, that every day that it's docked here in Yokosuka, the contagion doubles. The number of confirmed cases of coronavirus actually doubles on a daily basis because when you have that close quarters, you're just contaminating each other. And I think that is really one of the problems we're looking at here. So again, I am anticipating supply chain disruption and trying to make sure that I have all of my necessary medications and buying an extra 2-pound bag of lentils, little prepping here going on. But it's, for me, this is my up-leveling this year. This is my making myself feel better. And I received as much joy today making sure I had my prescriptions refilled as I did from buying those 8 extra pillowcases last year. It's just the changing way we're perceiving taking care of ourselves. Or I am looking at a security aspect of making sure that I have plenty of food to eat and any medications that I need or want. In other words, without suffering unduly, if you will. And for me, that is my priority this year over last year. So ultimately, my point is that for each of us, up-leveling is personal, and it depends on who you are and what your priorities are. Because what it takes to make me happy is and can be totally different from your priorities. Maybe for you it is having a full tank of gas, or a new kitten, or a new puppy. I don't know. But each of us is different, and you need to make your up level, your recalibration of your life personal. You need to make it fit your needs, not somebody else's needs, not what you have seen on YouTube or on television or some celebrity show. It's not about what other people are doing. It's about what you need and what makes you happy and what contributes to your well-being. So I hope you will consider that and reconsider what you're seeing being pushed by the mass media, and really take the time to set your thoughts down in a journal so that you can track them and look back a year from now and go, this was the start of my new journey. This was the start of my transformation, when I really sat down and thought about what is important to me, not what is important to the world, or how does my neighbor perceive what I am doing. It is me. Am I satisfied with the results that I am receiving from my life? Am I happy with my income? Am I happy with my health? Am I happy with the way my hair is cut, or the way I move, the way I exercise, the way I meditate? Because the way other people meditate and relieve, engage in stress relief, well, as I cited a few days ago, the study in England shows that there is massive stress relief in knitting and crocheting. And so you don't need to sit there in yoga pose or lotus, pose and try and blank your mind. If you're happy just relaxing with knitting needles or a crochet hook, do what makes you happy, do what calms you down, and just persevere. And don't buy in to the media hype and to what others are telling you to do. So I would personally encourage you to make sure that you have all your medications refilled and that you have some extra food in the pantry. But again, this is where I am coming from. I believe that there will be supply chain disruption, and I would not feel good about myself if I did not share that with you. But you may not believe that, and that is for you to decide. You don't need me telling you what to do. I can encourage you, as in to really look at what's going on in your life and to make improvements that contribute to your happiness and your well-being and your wealth. But they have to be your judgment calls. I'm not going to sit here and say, buy silver, buy gold. Oh, I am saying refill your medicines. Ooh, dear, what does that make me? Well, let me just say, I hope you all Have a good night and take care of yourselves. And please think about the future and what it will take to make you happy. Good night.